Well, good evening, and welcome back. We are back once more on the Witch Elf to steal the bag of teeth. No, I'm not that cruel. I can steal the bag of teeth. It's too important. That's why there's so many people in this work camp protecting the bag of teeth. For if they fell into the wrong hands, they could be used for all sorts. Probably involving some form of dentistry. Just saying. I hope you're all well. Hope you've all been enjoying your day. Um, we had some fun and games earlier, running around stabbing folk in keeps and what have you, so hopefully more of the same tonight. We are very close to our RVR week being done, so just got a little bit to go. So if we can get that done, that sets us up quite nicely. We'll see what we can see out here. Nearly did it again. Nearly forgot about putting that on. Every time. It's this character. I don't know what it is. I just never seem to remember. I have no idea why. I have no problem with any other character and buffing them before I start. But Witch Elf, never remember. See if scenarios are popping. We are running parallel with a Witch Hunter. Who wants no part of this. Now, this is a weird keep in the sense that the front wall is miles away from the inner keep. So there's every chance if there's someone AFK in here, or otherwise just lounging around, they're going to be in here somewhere. But no. If it was me, I'd hide in these trees. Weird that there's an NPC stands directly on top of the oil. So we've got somebody inside. Two people at least. Interesting. Very interesting. We have 20 seconds before we can go in and say hello. Oh, we have a few in here. Ah! Bloody NPCs seeing through stealth. Nearly 2.5, well, just over 2.5k renown for that Archmage. Thing is, I'm gonna have to fall back because I'm gonna need to unstealth, get my timer back, and then go back in. And the issue that I have is they're both ranged, so if they see me all the way out here, I could be in a bit of diffies. They're going to be hugging that Lord super tight. Hey, Matt. How's things, bud? One of them, I think it's the Shadow Warrior, is convinced I'm still inside. Because I just seen him jump down from up here and go running around the outside. So the Bright Wizard, I think, has gone back to the Lord. The Shadow Warrior, I think, still is running in circles. So they both left the Lord. There's a dwarf here somewhere now. I wonder if they were reported out. Because they didn't come out the front, I would have seen them. And they'd have seen me. They may have actually just were reported out. Or they're doing scenarios. Which is the other possibility. Ah! Didn't know there was a room priest there. Don't know where he came from. Can't believe that you managed to play so well by clicking. Mind you, I knew of quite a few good players back in the OG game who did the same. I've just always been a clicker, dude. It's one of those. It all started because the very first sort of RPG game I properly played was Neverwinter Nights, the original one. It came in like the giant sort of reinforced cardboard box with the manual that could kill someone if it fell on them. And I was a clicker in it. And then I got into World of Warcraft after that, and I was a clicker in it. And then it just progressed through all of these games. And like, I've said it to a few people because like, I'll get called out on it and like the YouTube VODs and stuff quite a bit of like, oh, why are you clicking? Clicking so bad. Click, click, click. And it's like, I can't not do it. I've tried to train myself out of it. I can't do it. So you just have to get used to it, unfortunately. The hilarious thing is it really seems to annoy people that they get killed by clickers, so I I just play up to that quite a bit. This looks suspiciously like a similar lineup that we had earlier. this seems to be a thing. You get like a tank to rush to slow you down here so that they can get the middle quicker. What the? I shouldn't have jumped down here. Well, at least Chopmaster's living up to his name and chopping them all like a master. There was a witch hunter down here, but he seems to have fled. There he is, you can hear him shooting. Yay! I killed one. It was in like 1 health, but I did it. It was all me. I'm assured now to have 1 kill. Where am I? Ha! We've got 1 kill. One of the 4 boxes that you click on the left side of the screen occasionally. So that's an add-on for cultivating. It's called Miracle Grow Light. So what it basically does is it allows you to do cultivating without having to go through and use the default UI for it, because cultivating as it stands is you have to go in and you have to fill out each of these different things and yada yada yada, and what it does is it goes in and it fills them in for you. So it's just a handy way to do it because, like, the default cultivating thing's so laborious. You basically have to have it sitting on screen. You have to put in your seed, and then you have to put in your soil, and then you have to put in your nutrients and your water, and you have to time it all just perfectly, and then you have to uproot it and take it out. And the whole process is just really clunky. Whereas the add-on just makes it really easy. And you just click these and it does it for you. And all it does is it looks in here for seeds. And if it finds any seeds, it just pops them in for you. And it's the only add-on I use because it actually improves on the base game. So many of the ones that people use, like they'll change like their unit bars and all those kinds of things, and they'll have all these warnings popping up that so and so's using this ability, or your cooldown timers are like this, or whatever it happens to be, and I just can't be bothered with all of that. Base game does it just fine. If you need to know someone's immunity or whatever, you can look at them and sort of generally guess from your status bar and what have you. Now, in the live game, I was far more competitive, so I, of course, did most of those things. Prepare for trouble and make it double. 2 witch elves in the keep. His jump away ability did about as well as mine usually does. Well, Shadow Warrior's back in our game. So I'm guessing they're maybe just doing scenarios over and over and coming back to the keep each time. Archmage is back. I'm guessing in the time it took me to come in, the Shadow Warrior joined us now, because I'm not seeing them on tab anymore. Yeah, 1k for killing the Archmage this time. I think I'm going to do what I did earlier on, which is kill off these guards down here. Now what this will do is it'll let anybody who comes know that there's probably someone in here, but most people don't really pay that much attention. And if they're coming here, they're coming to leave on a flag. Oh. Archmage is back and is clearly unhappy about being killed twice. Still not moving though. Like, why would you be here in a keep doing all of these things and being sitting AFK? I don't get it. This guy's just watched his friend get murdered. It's like, must have been the wind. Need to go to this. Huh. This is going to be the longest fight in history because I think he's heal spec'd. Three seconds versus 3 seconds. It's going to be the same regardless. This is a fight that's going to go on until someone comes to his rescue. The problem with it is, I can't really run away from it, because if I turn tail and run... You got him down to 30% at one point. Yeah. That's the thing, I'm not spec'd for anti-heal stuff, which means I have to switch to Kiss of Death, so I'm doing less damage. But then he's just AP draining me, which means I have to go to the AP tactic, which then means I'm not doing heal debuff on him anymore, so... And does he laugh emoting at you? Yeah. They like to do that. It's the whole thing is like I just don't have the oomph to get through him. Whenever he can just sit and free cast like that. And I don't have any other way to disrupt him, so there's no other recourse for it, unfortunately. I just don't get why it's like standing in here AFK. Like, it makes no sense. Someone just died. Oh, it was him. He got killed by the other witch elf. Bet that came as a surprise. Let's see. So the other witch elf is renown rank 82 with full-on sovereign. So slightly better odds of her getting him down. Hey, Miss Laura. Nice things, sir. Were you able to get your launcher issue sorted? Oh, Holy Fire's here now. Definitely not killing Holy Fire. It seems everybody's outside having fun. Now, the awkward part here is they're going to be looking for somebody. And if they're so inclined, they're going to be able to tab and find me. Nope, still no dice in that front. Oh, that sucks, dude. Were you able to try the VPN? Yep, did nothing. That's a weird one. If you haven't already, I'd really recommend doing a post on the tech bit of the forums, because there's likely going to be someone who will come across it before. I'm not going to get anything out of this keep while Holy Fire's sitting in here. And I'm not going to be able to burn that other one down before he'd have it healed and me dead. Is this still a contested zone? Yep. So this is one of the 2 active zones at the minute. Destro has the numbers, they just seem very reluctant to actually do it. So I'm not quite sure what's going on. I get the sneaky suspicion they're worried that there's more order on than they think. And they don't want to risk it. Potentially, yeah. Like, it could just be that they're sitting there doing scenarios. And that's all they're doing. They've got the TV on, the background. They're just sitting watching it, waiting for either the keep to get sieged or a scenario to pop. there's a ram deployed. So I'm going to go out and I'm going to say that there's going to be somebody coming. Where they're going to come from is going to be the good question. I don't know. I guess down at this postern? Oh, they won't be coming in that one. Keep an eye on this one. Not that I'm going to be able to stop an army coming in, but it's the thought that counts. Holy fire sitting watching me. It's like, tasty treats. Would they come in from Barrack Var? Maybe. I've got a Dock and a Black Orc coming this way. They're all just waiting over there. Camouflaged. Alright, BRB Tech Advice is suggesting I restart my router. Well, fingers crossed it works. It's surprising how often, like, weird stuff like that just does the trick. Well, Holy Fire's under attack from someone. Oh, my seeds are ready. Jesus. There we go. Shadow Warrior's gone up to the oil. Shadow Warrior's been left to die. Freedom! Damn it. Just too much damage. Those dots hit like crazy. Didn't help that the Shadow Warrior crit me for 1k just as I got into stealth. Apparently there's a warband up here. Oh, crikey. There's 2 of them. 3 of them. More of them. They're just harrying around the back because they can't get in. Oh, here they come. Yes, we got him. Warband only got in because the warband we had guarded the postard were nowhere near the postard and all fast asleep. Bunch of them sitting on inner. I have hopefully slowed them down enough. Yeah. Come on, Destro, kill him. Kill him! Shame. So there's at least a witch hunter roaming around out here. Hmm. So Witch Elf. Some more Destro. There is. Collision. There's why. I don't want to be in that meat grinder. Gonna go out on a limb and I'm gonna say they're gonna try a game. I'll come out of this because I don't need it right this second. Still get the feeling we're gonna get someone who's gonna try their luck down here. And it would appear I'm correct because there's an Archmage. Get him. Can Magi use snazzy mounts or are they forever confined to hoverboards? Forever confined to hoverboards. But what they do is every time they release a new fancy mount, they do a Magus specific version of it. Now, in a lot of cases, it's usually just like a different color of their current disc, but sometimes they repurpose some of the other disc designs in game and make them mount discs. Oh, I got a warning drum somewhere in there. That'll come in usefully. And a beard comb. No self-respecting witch elf would ever leave home without their beard comb. Seems to be a real panic with order, which, like, trying to get in here. Of course we get a scenario pop now. I'll take the 10-minute timer, thank you. I thought that was an actual character there for a second. I was like, he's ballsy. Straight through the front door. Oh, right through. On the inside. Every time I see target is out of range, all I can think of is the James Bond film Tomorrow Never Dies, where they're trying to blow up the missile they've just fired, and the wee Royal Navy guy's like, "Cannot abort, missile out of range, sir." And I have no idea why that pops into my head, but every time it does, that's all I can think of. I don't see any order. I can hear a witch hunter blasting away at someone. There they are. Well, that was a waste. Oh, they're on the outer wall. And now I'm stuck. May as well just leave them. Hmm. I'm running around freely out there would suggest that they've gone. Or been killed. I'm not seeing anybody else. Ooh, 1400 for that. That must have got us pretty close. Yep. Soonlock could do it, you know. There they are. Fairly sure that's the same group who were on the wall. Fairly sure. I thought he was going to come straight across my path there. I was like, Zinch is smiling on me today. They're going to be holed up in here like mad. They get zerged. Tasty order nom-noms for me. Steal some of their beer by drinking my own in real life. Good beer. This should be the lock. Boom. No rewards. Still super close. To Dragon Wake, I think. guessing that's just decapped on its own because there wouldn't be boxes there if somebody was decapping it manually. Ours is the closest keep. Hey! All done and dusted. What's that going to do for us? Crest front. 933. Still don't think that would be enough to buy me 2 pieces of Triumphant. Or Victorious, can't remember which. Let's go over PvE. Just to be safe. I need to redo my mushroom growing. Do I have goldweed? I do. I'll do it next. Oh, we can sign up to snares again. 83%. So we've made really good progress today because we started about, what, a third through? So we've knocked out a decent chunk of renown. Go down to Pelgrath. I was a witch hunter. I'd just sit down here as long as I could. Because the amount of Destro ones you'd probably catch just falling to their deaths in front of you would be obscene. Two warbands at Pelgrass Ember. Where? Maybe you meant Fireguard Spire. I thought that was collision there for a second. But no. Right. I'm gonna go and have a look at their keep.
Hello there.
Hey, Malmar. Nice things, bub. Hope you've been having a nice day. What are these guys backing away from? Ah, order. Oh, it's the same guy who was in the, what do you call it? The keep. Weird they think there was someone copying your name on a dock. It's probably Tosh.
Hail.
Let's see. Where's Killboard? Well, the only dock I can see is my baby dock, level 7. Oh, wait. He did one that was named after my witch elf. Or similar to my witch elf. Nope, don't see it. The likelihood is, if it's somebody with my name, it's probably Tosh. Ah, hey, Ralph. Brother just left now, but a bit late. Just got visions of you kicking him out of the house. Right, you've been here more than 5 minutes. Get out. Maybe he secretly plays Order. And he was like, hang on a minute, lads. I've got a great idea. We'll be able to take the keep and push the fort. I'll call round to his house. I won't get contribution, I know, but it'll take him out of the game. They're like, genius. Top level play. Well, we seem to have roughly even numbers in Dragonweight. So there's at least been a shift since Blackfire Pass got closed. Calling my brother a genius is a bit of a stretch. I mean, if you take Destro's most important defender out of the fight, what else can you call it? Do we have anybody in here? We've got someone running a box. We've got a whole bunch of people inside, actually. Interesting. Malmar running supplies as well. I see you, Malmar. I know what your game is. Gotta be useful. Well, you're doing more than I am, in fairness. Get the little Rooney. Stab the stunty. I couldn't do that to Malmar. Number one, I wouldn't kill him. Number two, it's Malmar. Nothing but room priests in here. Jesus. Right, this is going to be a bad decision by me, but I'm going to give it a go. Come on, kill him. Kill him. No. Damn it. The room priest woke up, as did Dr. Hot. Oh, a little bit more AP. A little bit more luck. A little bit more damage.
Greetings.
Next time. Who's taking this? Nobody, apparently. So I'm going to guess it's witch hunters. $809 for that. Nice. Obligatory order num-nums. Be rude not to. You don't have to, the zone is infected with witch elves. Never change, Dragon Week. Never change. Even on live, Dragon Week used to be the haven of witch hunters and witch elves. If you made it to here, you were counting yourself lucky. If you got halfway up this hill, there was no witch hunter. Order have the feeling here that they're building towards a siege. Because they're trying to prevent anybody getting into our keep. And there we go. Didn't even know there was a ram. I think I scared the chopper. Do you know of a portal that goes from one side to the other on Destro side? I'm not aware of one. Like, if Destro wants to get from one side to the other, we usually just go the PvE way out of the camp. The only portal I know about is the one down beside Pelgrass that takes you up to the dragon overlooking Milius Memory. But you have to be in the center of Dragonweek to use it. You can't go in reverse, if you know what I mean. Who have we got in here? Just tanks and DPS. Coldfinger! Haha! It's one of my favorite names every time I see it. Order has one, but I guess Destro don't. Yeah, as far as I know, the only way for Destro to get from one side to the other, not running through RVR, is just to go through PvE. Because you can get all the way from the Destro War Camp to the far end of the giant bridge without getting flagged. They just knocked each other for 6. I see a little runny. Ah, bloody Slayer took me out of stealth. Ah! Should have used a potion. Good job I decided to wait out my HP regen when that witch hunter jumped me because I didn't know the other witch hunter and the slayer were here. Oh, I did that too early. Ah. We're winning, but I think we're just winning through attrition. He's legging it down the beach. Like how the doc could have just raised the Magus. I was like, nah, I'm gonna chase off down the beach. I could have swore there was a way you could get up there. Well, there's what, 7 of them away from Lighthouse? Oh, I should have went for him. Hmm, 7k, I'll take 7k. Oh yeah, I was in the keep. I was like, why am I in a keep? Refresh the idle liniment. Like, order of the numbers. I'm surprised they're not sieging. And my only guess for why they're not is because they were hoping that they had everybody locked out of the keep. And when they hit it, there was a bunch of people inside the keep. Because they did nothing but farm the ramp. Maybe waiting for 3 stars, but they can get reset here. To be honest, I can't see a reset. I don't think Destro has it in them to do it. I totally wasn't aware of my surroundings there. I thought there was only a white lion.
What do you want? I have a task for you.
My disappointment is immeasurable, and my day is ruined.
And now, Malmar, you know what it's like to wake up every morning and see yourself in the mirror and see that it's me. Now there's apparently 100 aside. Break all mirrors, that's what I did. Of course, the solution was right in front of me all along. I was going to say, I thought that was Rav, the hero of destruction, riding across in front of me. What's that? 27k renown we need now. I am, but not a hero. I am the next ever chosen. You heard it here first, folks. Rav is the next ever chosen. The next ever chosen to get us all coffee. Hey! Something's definitely afoot because there's no scenarios at all popping. Tech advice has been incredibly kind, but sadly we did not solve the issue. Oh, that sucks. You don't have like a firewall or anything like that blocking it, do you? Hmm. Strange. I do not like pyramids now. I prefer it to Old Dwarf Road. It's definitely not in my top 3. But I don't mind Pyramid. It's not terrible. What are we up against? I think that's the same lot from before. Have you tried running the launcher as admin? Hmm. Oh, just die, little room priest, die. Before I do. Oh, Jesus, I left that late. Hmm. I honestly can't think of a reason why it would fail to get the XML files. Like, it feels like such a weird... Ah! Every time I go to do that damn thing. Be nice for tanks to swap guard. As the chat is spammed with people swapping guard. Be nice for some of the DPS to attack the bloody Rune Priest. Come on. You come to save the doc, and then the doc doesn't heal you. It's like, how are you expecting to live? I don't know. I despair at times with scenarios. Oh, on the launcher front, did you do the Windows Defender thing that it tells you to do in the install guide? Whitelist the directory. I could literally stab that Rune Priest for the rest of my life, and I don't think I'd kill him. It was nice that it finally decided to knock me away, but just too late. This way. Well, actually, this way. Don't stab Rune Priests, they're nice people. They're tanky little buggers. I'll give them that. And now the annoying part of this class is I can't get out of stealth for another 6 seconds. on. Finally. Order ramen dragon wake, apparently. Oh, we're surrounded, Rav. Round and round and round I went. 9.5k rounds, nice for a scenario though. Well, this is my life now. This is how I'll be enjoying Roar. It's going to be something really silly, is the thing with it. I just can't think of anything off the top of my head that would sort of fit that kind of thing happening. Bit longer you lived, so sad. I took all the damage I could from you. Destro crying about not swapping guard to nothing but yeah. That's the thing. It was the funny thing because the guy's message about it got drowned out by the guy who uses the add-on that basically shouts out, "I'm swapping guard." Right. They've only really started, so I'm gonna see if I can get a discordant while they're still pounding away at that door. I don't use add-ons like that because text add-ons do like, yeah. to be honest, most of the add-ons for the game cause some sort of lag or issue, so the more of them that you use, the worse the performance is. Ooh, Gate Spectrum. Oh, Jesus. All of the warrior priests. Gotta kill this guy quickly because they're all coming. Dominator Greaves. The thing I find funny about this is that guy had like a really long respawn timer and he's back quicker than I can actually cap it. Down to 80 crests needed for the helmet. Ooh, getting closer, dude. The Goon Squad rolled up. Yeah. Damn it, Rich Bitch stole all my kills. I killed that Armbreaker, I tells you. It was me. Oh, back in time for the inner keep to go under attack. %60 AAO. Bunch of tanks at the back door. $883 in the old crest swamp for me. I think even to get 2 pieces of Triumphant, it's going to cost me, what, 1,200 crests or something like that? And that's for the 2 cheapest parts. Yeah, helmet is 1605, then I have Sovereign Jewelry left. Ah, you're nearly finished then. As a noob who is currently unable to play the game, how does one acquire the Stag, Griffin, Manticore mounts I've seen? So, they're generally event mounts. So, every every month or two, there's usually like an event will go on. So the last one that we had was the Feast of Shoika. There's one usually for Christmas. There's one for Halloween, Valentine's Day, Easter. Loads and loads of them. But usually they'll all have special mounts that you can get, and they have decay timers on them of either 30 days, 60 days, 180 days, that kind of thing. So generally you'll see people riding around in them longer because they have a less chance to get dismounted. Now there's some that you can get, I think, by reporting bugs that are game breaking, that then get fixed, but I'm not sure if that's still a thing or not. But I remember reading that somewhere in the forum. And my 5 to 3 is done. Well, after that I can go for sword and board gear as well, rumored to be a... Ah, cool. Rumored to be a thing at the end of July as well, but not sure yet. Oh yes, you were saying that there's like a rumor that there's going to be Twitch drops or something in July, so that'll probably be an event as well. It's weird they didn't do it for the 4th of July, because I thought they would have done that since there's a decent American contingent. They could do it next week for the 12th of July. That's the Northern Irish public holiday. Fairly divisive one, but one nonetheless. I don't think they give mounts for bug reports. It was for game-breaking bugs, I believe. Or at least they used to. Yeah, I heard Twitch drops in July, but can't confirm it, of course. Yeah. There's been enough people who said it, though. It's bound to be something in the works. Troubles flashbacks intensify. So true. So true. So there's nobody out the back. And yet there's 5 million of them out the front. It's almost like they know it's a foregone conclusion. Hey, 4K. That'll do me. I guarantee you that one kill has just got me more renowned than most of these orderlings. We have potentially got a warband inside. We've got, what's that, about 2 groups planning on pushing in at Postern. Make that 3 groups. Did what I could if only Tester would follow their new ever chosen. It's okay, Calidor time.
Now what?
Up and over, I think. So the plan here is quite a simple one. Steal all of the boxes. This used to be the worst hill to run down on live, because it used to trigger fall damage every few steps you took. So you'd be taking just 1,000 damage, 1,000 damage, 1,000 damage. Just like that. And like you used to just see warbands wipe, chasing people down it. It was the funniest thing in the world. There was no boxes. Monsters. They've taken them all. Yeah. I mean, did they not know they were supposed to leave them out for Witch Elf Claws? Now there will be no supply crates for the poor orphan children. Really badly want to have a go at this Slayer, so I'm going to. I regret my life decisions already.
You've got a hat.
You're wearing a
Oh,
stupid little
it's
hat.
stupid hat. It's
Stupid
embarrassing.
little hat.
Oh, I've got a
Stupidest hat I've ever
hat.
fucking seen.
And-
That stupid hat.
And you have no muscle.
No muscle.
Correct in all of the above. The Witch Elf does have a stupid hat. And no muscles. Like, where do you see this? Like, this is the Witch Elf hat. How ridiculous does that look? Like, it literally serves no purpose. And the metal band's bound to hurt her ear. That is a very stupid hat. It is
News?
the stupidest of all hats. Although the Sork has an equally stupid one, so there is that. Only 709. I feel like I've been screwed out of renown there. Didn't they see my legendary kill on that Bright Wizard? Like, that should have been worth at least 4 million renown. Should have instantaneously just leveled me straight to 80. Don't get Sal talking about hats. He can talk for hours about his Blackguard's hat. It's still a travesty that the Blackguard's Onslaught helmet look is locked behind a Chapter 22 hard PQ. No other class has to deal with that kind of shenanigans.
Who's your boss?
They've got, what is it, 3 or 4 different sets that all just have the generic blue-green appearance from, like, the Tier 4 regular stuff. Nonsense. We have to do it one day then. I bite the bullet with you. You see, this is the thing. I wanted it for so long because that was the helmet I had on live for my Blackguard. Because I wasn't high enough level to wear my Sovereign helmet. And now I've got the Sovereign helmet for the Blackguard. I don't really care anymore. But it still annoys me that such a good looking helmet is restricted to just that. Best hat for Rune Priest is locked in Bastion Stair. Ooh, purple bite. Ah, nice, dude. See, the difference between Bastion Stair and a Chapter 22 hard PQ is all you have to do is get a group to go to Bastion Stair, which is a relatively straightforward thing to do. For me to get the helmet for the Blackguard, I have to convince a warband of people to go to a specific PQ, and then farm that PQ until I get a gold bag, and then get the gold bag that has the helmet in it. And I'm going to go out on a limb and I'm going to say, based on how that kind of malarkey went in live, it's going to be even harder than it sounds. Ooh, hello. Tell me through my gold wheat again. No. There we go. Have you changed guilds again, Rav? I could have swore you were in Tosh's guild. But there's always a couple of them on weekends. Honestly, I've only ever seen one warband being formed the entire time I've been playing for Chapter 22. And it was going to the wrong one. And they weren't looking for tanks. No, this is the Destro one. Huh, okay. Destro usually do it on Sundays. They must do it on Sunday afternoons, because I've never seen them do it on a Sunday evening. Time to go take a shower and seethe about being denied my game. Have a good and see you next stream. No worries. Hopefully you can get it sorted. Thanks for coming along. Hopefully you can enjoy the rest of your evening. War players went pike and square when Guild Wars 2 launched. I've never played any of the Guild Wars games. Actually, I'm gonna go this way. I had a friend played the original Guild Wars, and he used to rave about it. But it never really appealed to me, because I had Warcraft and then this, and then when I finished this I went to SWTOR, and then after that I just didn't play MMOs again. Although technically you could call Destiny an MMO. I played that for a long time. Technically. $95% are renown. Getting closer. What's that? 9k we need now. Couple of good solo kills would do it. Speaking of which... that witch hunter had to ruin my fun. Damn him. Joy. All the old guys went back to Guild Wars too. I'm gonna go out on a limb and I'm gonna say Guild Wars is PvP focused. It's both. Okay. So is it like a WoW PvP server then? Oh, it's got RVR. Okay. Before this game came out, I used to play on a PvP server on Warcraft called Bloodfeather. And it was fun just because you could go anywhere you want and do PvP, but the obvious downside was you didn't get anything for PvP. It was just really about killing folk. It was pretty much just to allow people to gank other people. I think that was the only reason for it. It existed purely to allow people who wanted to PvP to PvP without someone having to flag themselves. The original creators of WoW wanted it to be PvP based. Ah, okay. See, that's the thing, because like a PvP focused game doesn't really require the same amount of resources to go into it as a PvE focused one, because in a PvE focused one you're always having to come up with new dungeons, new areas, new locations, whereas PvP will generally serve itself for very long periods, as long as you keep it balanced. It's the one thing I wish that we got in SWTOR, especially since so many of the Mythic devs worked on it, was some form of RVR like this. Like, I know it's basically just a story-based PvE game, but it would have been nice just to have had a few places where you could have done something. Guild War 2 is still very popular in the expansion in August. I just don't think the classes grab me like Roar. See, Roar's biggest asset is Warhammer. Warhammer makes anything interesting because it's got so much behind it, and it's got a very distinctive art style. It's very difficult to not like. Well, you see, that's the thing. Ilum was basically what this game was back in beta, before Mythic caved and put keeps and BOs in. Because originally that's all the Roar, Age of Reckoning RVR leaks were. They were basically just this, and then no objectives in them. And it was literally just fighting them. And like, it made no sense. Like, most of the early feedback was, we like the fights, we don't like the fact that there's nothing else to do. And it's hilarious because I remember there was like a production podcast that they did where it's like, while everybody really loves everything, they've said that we really need to have this, so we're adding it all back in. It's like, I think you'll find the original feedback was, this is a load of nonsense. Quick, do something about it. It was also extremely laggy on one side. Well, like, the lag persisted all the way into like the first 6 to 8 months, roughly. Like, I remember the very first ever fort was a complete and utter failure. Because it just died. And like, everybody was online trying to fix it. And then the hilarious thing was it happened again when it was in the EU. And it was down to Goa to fix it. And it was on a weekend. And Goa was French. And they don't work at all in terms of support for some reason at the weekend. So it stayed down for the longest time. And like, it was just pandemonium. Yeah. It was a really weird decision why they went the way they did. Because they took a very, very old netcode and they bolted it onto quite a more modern graphics engine. I use modern in inverted quotes. and it was just doomed to failure. Like, you could tell even from the stress test of, I think it was it open beta for like the pre-order people or something like that? I remember it crashed and loads of people couldn't get in the time slot that they had allotted to them. And yeah, I don't know. All the warning signs were there for them. Like, I even remember when I got to tier 3 in my Magus, like tier 3 was fairly hectic. And there was lag, noticeable lag, but like it wasn't anything horrendous the way Forts was, but you would have thought they would have been a little bit more proactive on it. Yes, remember the server fiasco. Well, that was the big thing. Like, I remember, like, they launched with a load of servers, and I remember there was loads of waiting queues to get on. And then instead of just sort of trying to keep a level head about it, they nearly doubled the server amount. And then there was a good few bugs. I remember global cooldown was a big one. That got changed quite early on. And there was also... There was something about messages, I remember. It was something to do with... It might have been fixed by the global cooldown thing, but it was basically... Like, if I was spamming messages, it would be like, you're clicking your abilities too quickly, or something like that. And... it was just weird, like, the things that they had. And then Wrath of the Lich King was supposed to come out around about the same time. It got pushed back because Blizzard wanted to polish it more. And then everybody left to go to Wrath of the Lich King. So a whole bunch of the new servers had to get closed down because they didn't have population, which then looked really bad, which forced a load more people out. Lost Veil came out, was a buggy mess. More people left. Then they started doubling down in PvE. More people left. And then it just sort of, it bottomed out. I think they had about 700,000 subscribers or something like that at that stage. And it was like, it was just, it was the wrong place for them to be. And then they did Land of the Dead. Mark Jacobs left. EA took more control. Jeff Hickman took the reins. It's just... wasn't a good place to be. Do you know what? I'll go to the initiative kiss, because I think that's going to be more useful against this guy. And I'll do that on him. I just can't get through this guy's defenses. It's just all block, block, block. My only hope is to keep his AP drained, because then he'll have to dump his grudge. No, he's got a healer. Bye. But it's so funny. Like, I love going back and watching those old war production podcasts, because you get to see so much of what the game was originally, and then how it changed all the way through the development cycle. Because like originally you weren't going to have a Slayer, you were going to have a Hammerer. For anybody who remembers back that far. Zealot was a melee DPS healer, the way the Doc now is, because the Doc didn't exist at that stage. The Magus was the mirror to the Bright Wizard. Don't know where he came from. And the Paul vids, yeah. That was the thing. I remember the game being announced at E3 2006 with that cinematic trailer. And then he did it was like a behind doors explanation thing for the press. And that video alone had me going, yep, I'm leaving Warcraft as soon as this thing comes out. It's just amazing. Show me the photos, baby. I've told you before, don't call me baby. I think he's like the creative director on like World of Tanks or something like that now. I remember seeing a video of him not that long ago. And like, it's one of those things, it's because you remember him so much from those videos and you don't realize that it's nearly 20 years ago. When I seen him, I was like, dear God, he's aged. And I was like, oh, I suppose it's nearly 20 years. He was probably my age when that was being done. So yeah, he probably has aged. Back then, he was wearing that tight black t-shirt. Yep, that was his look. I get the feeling that was going for like the whole Steve Jobs, Mark Zuckerberg thing, which is you have a signature look and you never move from it. What have we got? Oh, we're up against Malmar. Oh, Jesus, we started and I'm sitting here like an idiot. Whoopsies. I really should pay more attention. Oh, order's coming straight for us. Literally had everybody and their mum chasing me there. Rest to death. By the way, do you recall Fish Breath from Beta? I recognize the name. It was a troll, wasn't it? This game could never replace WoW. WoW players are too lazy and too much like brainless PvE farming. I think the thing with WoW was, WoW had been going for so long at that point, everybody was heavily invested in it. To the extent that they couldn't really leave it because you would be giving up far too much stuff. Like, it's the reason like they still get away with charging a subscription fee for WoW at the minute. There's far too many people are far too heavily invested into it. But the thing with it was, like, they had a real chance with Warhammer where they could have siphoned off a decent chunk of the people from it, to the extent where you could have had them constantly leaving and coming back. And I don't think they ever really did it. Like, their whole selling point was RVR, and they spent so long focusing on PvE. And by the time they got themselves out of that particular issue, everybody had really given up on it. And it's really difficult to woo back the people who were your main target audience by going, we didn't mean to do all that PvE. Look, there's PvP coming. Guys, anybody? I think we're going to see a ram as soon as they hit 2 stars. Fancy blackguard with shield. You'll love to see it. So what's that? We need about 2,800 renown-ish. It's 240% AU. You'd like to think you get it from something relatively minor. Oh, it's a chamois. It's a chamois and a marauder. Thought it was a dwarf. I love that guild name. It burns when I PvP. It's just so good. Entropy and chaos is quite good as well. Team Witch Elves out here. There's another one. All the Witch Elves, the server, all just descended in Cromwell Crook. Nearly 1k from capping a BO. Crazy. I wonder where all the order are. Watch as they all spawn in down here. I was blindingly obvious he was just going to jump off that cliff. The Shatter of Hope. That's a pretty good title, actually. Never seen that one before. Here comes the backup with shells. Should have focused on the Bright Wizard earlier. He's actually almost an exact copy of what my friend on live had as his look. He's a guy called Do You Like a Tank? And his chosen armor, from what I can remember, was white and black. And it was near enough exactly that. He always used that helmet. I think he plays a Sork these days for Hand of Blood, off the top of my head. Tempsy Bomb, I think his name was. He spied me one day on my Magus, and he was like, "Are you the same one from Carrick Nord?" And I was like, "Yeah." He was like, "Oh, I'm so and so." I was like, "Oh my god, it's you." It's always nice when you get little sort of jolts like that back to life. You either recognize a guild name or a person's character name or something. Safe order sieges now. I don't know, I kind of thought they would have sieged by now already. Like, they had even larger AO in their favour than they have now. Most of them seem to have gone to Calador. Dester's pushing Calador hard. Doubt there will be a siege in Thunder Mountain. I don't know, like, there's not that many people in Calador either. Like, that would feel like almost the best time for Order to actually push Thunder Mountain is while most of Destro's over there. Because, like, they can lock down the keep easy enough. Calador is filled. Really? Because it shows just 25 to 99 here. And 100 to 199 for Order. With 40% AU to Destro. This is usually the point you get jumped by a witch hunter. But not today, it would seem. Hey, 68. Whew. 234 to 69. Dear Lord. Right. I have been going for 3 hours. We've just hit 68. We've done our RVR week, so I'm going to call it a night there, I think, guys. Thank you all so much for coming along and watching. Thanks for all the chat. It's been great to have you all here. Good to get a run around in RVR with you again briefly, Rav. Hopefully you can get the last lot of crests you need to get your helmet. I'm looking forward to seeing that once you get it. I'll have a wee look here and see if there's anybody else streaming. Load. Well, there's quite a few on tonight, actually. Alright, we'll do that.
Say goodbye to your little friend.
Goodbye, little friend. So, I don't know if I'm going to be streaming or not tomorrow, guys. I tend not to stream on Sundays, but I might pop on and do like an Order stream or something like that, since I've got the Marauder and the Witch Elf finished off. But until the next time, I hope you all enjoy the rest of your day. I hope you all have a nice day tomorrow. I'll hopefully see you back here again next time. But until then, take care, all the best, and